Viewers, welcome to my channel IIT JEE Olympiad and AP Physics with Ambarish. And with this video, I'm starting a new category in the series Olympiad workouts. So this series is about solving Pathfinder questions, particularly challenge your understanding questions. And in this video, I am bringing to you the solution to challenge your understanding problem 2 from the chapter Laws of Motion. So here is the challenge for you. A boy is driving a model aircraft with the help of a light inextensible cord of length L. He does so by moving the free end of the cord with a constant speed in a horizontal circle of radius r. As a result, the aircraft moves in another horizontal circle of radius R, which is greater than r, with a constant speed v at an altitude h above the plane containing the circular path of the end held. The centers of both the circular paths lie on a vertical line. Considering the air drag, find the lift force of air on the aircraft. The mass of the aircraft is capital M. Okay, so you can see the figure over here. Now this golden ring is not a physical ring. I've just shown the path of the aircraft. So imagine that this blue ball is an aircraft which is going in a circle along the golden circle in the air, and it's tied to a string. And let's say you are pulling, your hand is moving along the green circle. So this is the string. The red one is the string connecting the aircraft and your hand, and you're moving your hand along the green circle. So what will happen, because of the pull of the string, it's going to go in a circle. So this is the geometry of the problem. I've shown various views for easy comprehension of the problem. So this is the three-dimensional view, and this is how it will look in the top view. Okay, so center of the bigger circle and the center of the smaller circle, they're coincident, and this is how the string looks like in the top view. Okay, and this is another 3D view just for easy comprehension of the problem. So I hope the statement of the problem is amply clear, and if you like, you can try this challenge for some time. You can attempt it and then look at my solution immediately after this. Alright, so let's get into the solution. So first of all, let's try to understand what's the geometry of the problem and what's the dynamics of the problem. So look at this. Let's look at the forces that are acting on it. So you can see the tension is acting like this along this thread. The red one is the thread. So there is an mg of the aircraft acting downwards, and then there will be a lift force because airplane's wings will be slightly tilted, and that's why air will be pushing against the wings and the aircraft will be feeling a upward lifting force, and this is what I'm interested in calculating. Apart from that, since the aircraft is also going in the horizontal direction along a circle, you will also experience a drag force in the horizontal direction, but we are not very much concerned with the drag force for this problem, and this speed is given as v. It's going with a constant speed v along this circle. Okay, and the radii, this is the capital R, this is the small r, and you can see that this capital L, H, small r and capital R, they form a quadrilateral, but this is a very strange kind of quadrilateral. It's a quadrilateral in space, it's not a planar quadrilateral. Okay, so try to keep this geometry in mind. Okay, this is the three-dimensional view, and the same thing if you see in the top view, the thread connecting the boy's hand to the aircraft is not really along the center, but it's something like this. Okay, in the projection it will look something like this. Okay, so a few things you can note here. What is the value of tan theta? We'll be needing the value of tan theta on the next slide. So you can see from here, tan theta is nothing but, because this is vertical h and this is L, and if you connect this blue bead to the end of this red line, it forms a right triangle, and you can readily see that cos theta is h by L, and tan theta will be then under root of L square minus h square divided by h. So tan theta will be needing. Apart from that, look here. So this is the blue bead in the top view, and this is the turquoise bead in the top view. It looks like here, and in the projection this is the thread, and let's say in the projection this angle is alpha. So this forms a right triangle again, you can see, and we can calculate the value of x using Pythagoras theorem, and we'll be needing the value of x and alpha. Alpha also we can calculate using the cosine rule, and we'll be seeing the details of the equations on the next slide. Alright, so I hope the geometry and the dynamics of the problem is clear through this figure, what exactly is happening. And now based on the free body diagrams, we are going to write down the equations and write down some geometry equations for calculating the variables like alpha and x, etc. So let's try to get into the equations. So now first equation, now consider the vertical force balance for the aircraft. So bottom force is mg, downward force is mg, and upward force is lift force, and plus there's a component of tension which will be acting in the vertical direction. So now thread is inclined at an angle theta with the vertical, so that means vertical component of tension is t cos theta. So that makes it t cos theta downward plus mg downward should be balanced by FL upwards. So this is the first equation. T cos theta plus mg is lift force. Okay, what else can I write now? This vertical component of tension is t cos theta, and the horizontal component is going to be t sin theta. But remember that this thread is looking like this, AB, like this. So this component along the AB is t sin theta. Okay, so tension component vertical is t cos theta, and along AB it is t sin theta. But the component that is acting towards the center of the circle is the component of the horizontal component of tension, right? So this is t sin theta. So what's the component along the center? So this is t sin theta into cos alpha. That's the centripetal component of the tension for the aircraft. Okay. So what do we get? See. So okay. So t sin theta into cos alpha, right? That's the force acting towards the center. So that's what I've written. T sin theta into cos alpha, and this should be equal to mass times centripetal acceleration, that is mv square by r. Okay, so I hope these two equations are amply clear. Now from this we can straight away we can substitute t from the second equation into the first equation to find the value of lift force. So this is what you get. So you eliminate t from these two equations, and this is what you get: mg plus mv square by r sin theta cos alpha. That the sin theta cos alpha has come over here, and that cos theta in the second equation, first equation, this cos theta comes as it is, and there's an mg from the first equation. So this is what you get as a lift force. Now you can simplify it a little bit, because there's a sin theta coming over there and the cos theta, so you can write a tan theta at the bottom. So this is the simplified expression for the lift force. But the thing is, we have to substitute the value of theta and alpha, because theta and alpha are not given in the problem. So if I can find out tan theta and cos alpha and substitute them in the terms of given variables in the question, then our job is done. So let's try to find out tan theta. Now tan theta is very simple. You can see this is L, this is H. So this is the hypotenuse, this is the base of this angle theta, and then this line is nothing but the perpendicular. Okay, and perpendicular is simply, by using Pythagoras, it is under root of L square minus H square. As you can see, in the top view it will be AB. The perpendicular will be the line AB. So that is under root of L square minus H square. And tan theta is simply under root L square minus H square divided by H. Okay, now X is this length. This is, I said, that under root of L square minus H square. Now what about alpha? How can I find alpha? So look at this triangle AB and the center of this common circle, the common center of these two circles. So this is a right triangle with the angle B being 90 degrees. So I can apply cosine rule over here. Okay, sorry, angle B may not be 90 degree, but still I can apply cosine rule over here. So let's see. So what do I get? X square plus r square minus 2rx cos alpha should be equal to small r. That's what I've written. X square plus r square minus 2rx cos alpha is equal to small r square, and that will give you cos alpha. You just rearrange this equation, you get the value of cos alpha. And once you have the cos alpha, now you wanted a cos alpha and you wanted a tan theta. So tan theta is here and cos alpha is here. So our recipe is complete. We just need to do the final garnishing and we arrive at the answer. And this is what you get for the final lift force, that is capital M into this complicated expression, whatever. I don't feel like reading it, but I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did enjoy the video, please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed, and please share it as much as possible with your friends or your peers who are preparing for Olympiads or IIT Advanced. Whomever you feel that might benefit from this video, please try to share it as much as possible, and please do give it a thumbs up. That's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.